Hello everybody, this is Allshouse Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Shadows Over Loathing. In the previous episode, we came to a gator village to gather up some gator hides for the Leather Brothers, only to end up, getting caught up in a quest that took a lot longer than it probably should have. But anyways, we also know about a Gatorman fortress that we could go to, but there's so much to explore here that I think I'm going to hold off on that. You find a chunk of oil shale jutting out of a stagnant pool, making the surrounding water all greasy and colorful. Analyze the shale. Impenetrable shellac. Alright. Any joy with those gator hides? Hope you ain't hiding them from me. I got the hides you needed. John chuckles inappropriately. Need? Got news for you. Don't need them. You keep them. That was just a test. Wanted to see if I could trust you with the real work. Seems I can. Ready for the real hunting? Even if it was a test, I think I should get paid. Paid for a test? You're all mixed up, mate. The test is to get paid work. Change his attitude. In an aggressive show of physical strength, you pick up a rock from the swamp and bite into it. Listen, I want some money. Alright, I'm impressed. That's a ghost rock. Hottest there is. Thanks. Truth is, I got no need for 5 gator hides. My ambitions are far bigger. You met Paul. You know he's mute. I'm working to build him a leather tongue. Family, man. It's... you know? Yeah, so what do you need? 10 gator hides. Okay, I can do that. Great, my brother will be thrilled. I'd better get going. Federal must be where John accesses the hunter's dream. What's that? Hunter's dream? If you have to ask, it's not meant for you. I want to go there. You must prove yourself a hunter. If you prove yourself a hunter, maybe. Alright, well, back to the gator village, because it's the best source of Gatorman hides. You hear a commotion or perhaps a tussle or a good old-fashioned ruckus. Nearby, investigating, you find that several vampires have a Gatorman pinned to the ground and appear to be trying to vampirize him. Ah! Hold still, will you? His neck is all scaly and tough. Did someone bring a drill or a canoper or something? Hey, leave that Gatorman alone. I won't stand for you vampires going around inflicting your undeadness or disease or whatever it is on innocent people. I think it's a disease. We aren't undeads. Not like a zombie or skeleton anyway. The last necromancer was killed decades ago. A hint that it is canonical that your character destroys the necromancer instead of, joining them or becoming them. Hey, stop that. Yeah, don't talk with your mouth full. I mean, stop biting that guy. Mind business. He volunteered. Anyway, I'm finished. He what? Really? Drink blood. Power big. Gatorman stands up with a terrible red glow in his eyes. Drink blood. Kill busybody. Ah, jeez. Okay, so everybody's poisoned. Why is everybody poisoned? Burst of swamp gas bubbles out of the ground, poisoning everybody. Of course. Alright, rah. Now, these guys are irritable, so they get more powerful the more they get hit. Yeah, thankfully I can take them out easily enough. Alright. Foe's Moxie. I don't think I really need that. Let's see, 19 health, 20 health. Hit him with this. See, go for the ball, and then smack this one around with our stick. You won! You can make a suitcase out of the Gatorman's skin, and then you could have a suitcase that catches on fire in the daytime to go with your one that catches on fire at night. Wait, what? Let's see, hollow gator tooth. That is actually very useful for jazz agents, but you won't get access to Y until much later. There's also a bottle of bloodshine. Doubles your moxie. These are actually useful for something that we have not yet encountered. Alright, let's get those, 5 additional gator hides. Let's see. 18 stench. Increasing all its allies by 1 and decreasing your party's stats by the same amount. Oof. Let's see. Who has the highest muscle? Oh, wait. It doesn't matter anyways. Yeah, shit. He'll actually take out Professor Adams. But I kind of gotta take him out. Stop hitting yourself. And because this guy's just healing, don't matter what he does. Let's see, got another Gatorman hide. Which actually reminds me, I've got more than enough XP to get Matter over Mind. So yeah, why not? Extra Mysticality plus 10 maximum HP. If you refuse to acknowledge the pain, it isn't real. It still counts for the no pain, no gain equation, though. Right. And I suppose it's may as well finally get this one. Alright, let's fight some more. Let's see, Gator Stick. Oh wait, no, it's whip your entire party. Well, can't be having that. See. Not quite enough to take him out. But it's still a fair amount of damage. Plus, the poison will take him out, which means I can just whack this guy. Unfortunately, not enough to take him out, but... meh. The 14 sleaze damage, that's excessive. Nah. Bleed for 5. Yeah, I'll hit him with the bleed. So he'll die on his next turn. Stop hitting yourself on him. And then whack him. Then the bleed will take this guy out. Ooh, 2 more Gatorman hides. Good. Alright, 2 more to go. Idiot. Poisoned himself. I'm not too worried about the Gatorman Chef. Or Meyer Chef. Let's see. Got 16 poison. I do 10 physical damage. It's not going to be enough to kill him, though. But still not a bad idea. Let the poison finish this guy off. Finish him off with stop hitting yourself. And go after the Gator Meyer Chef. Take him out of the picture. Alright, got all the Gatormans we got. Or Gatorman we need. Gatorman Hide. Moonshiner's Cabin. Alright. I must say, I did not expect the future to have quite so much fighting in it. Yeah, sorry, you've arrived at kind of a weird time, or at least you're following someone who's in a weird situation. Oh, think nothing of it. I was never one to shy away from a scrap in my youth, although those days are far behind me, very far indeed. The exercise will do me a world of good. Good. Good to see you again. What would really make me smile is if you had 10 gator hides to make my brother a tongue. I've got 'em. Hand over all the gator hides you've collected. Beautiful. That's beautiful leather, and it'll make a beautiful tongue. I can look at any animal and tell you what sort of tongue its hide will make. Don't believe me, do you? Go on, name any animal. Buffalo. Too big. Okay. That's the tongue sorted out, but without something to animate it, it's just a lump of leather flesh. What I need made. What my brother Paul really needs is the power of speech. So this next part is going to be much easier to explain if you've ever read The Little Mermaid. I'm not hunting a little mermaid for you. Don't need you to hunt a mermaid, mate. What you might not know is that the fairy tale is about a little mermaid who gives her voice is based on a real-life story of a Gatorman merman who traded his voice for a bucket of ham. That's what gave Hans Christian Gatorman the idea. I tracked that voice down to a fishing hole in the Gator village I told you about before. I must have it. Anything but my brother. Family is everything, mate. I'd better be going. How can we do it? Nope. Alright, well, shouldn't be too difficult. Quite embarrassed gentleman waist-deep in swamp monk gives you a wave. Seems to be stuck, he says. But I'm not too proud to ask for help. Alright. For a muscle miss like yourself, it's an easy enough task to pull a man out of some mud. Which is good, because you have to do it another 5 times for this guy before he gets back on solid ground. This must be the spot John mentioned. Voice of a Gatorman. I think this might be the voice of the Gatorman Merman, or at least the voice of a Gatorman Merman. Right. A lot of back and forth between here. Oh look, there's a big shiny treasure chest on that tussock over there. What's a tussock? It's like a big clump of grass or a small hill. That's really not the important part here, though. How about that treasure chest? Are you sure that's what a tussock is? I thought that was a cassock. What? No, that's the thing priests wear, like a close-fitting robe. I think you're thinking of a Cossack. This is a cassock. It's not a Cossack. It's a 17th century Eastern European cavalry soldier. I'm pretty sure you mean cavalry. Alright, that's it. I'm done. Forget the chest. There's no chest anymore. Just get on to the next thing. Sheesh, touchy. I'm not the one who doesn't know what words mean. Oh no. The Gatorman Detective. You thought he was only a myth. You're Gatorman Detective, I presume. Presumption accurate. Accusing hunters. Crimes grievous. Butchering Gatorman, killing mailman. Despoiling land. Speak you. Be accomplice, or be ally Gator. I wouldn't harm a scale on a gator's head. Telling truth, or controlling lands. What will you do with those men? Mailman dead. Suspect hunters. Have trial. Find guilty. Consume them. You're going to eat them? Drink them. Could you let them go, maybe? I'm unaccepting. Do justice. Liquefy them. Let's take our leave. What happened here? Got snatched, didn't I? It's funny. I'm calmer than I thought I'd be. That mailman's slaughter's been hanging on my conscience some. And I think I'd been expecting the claw of Johnny Law before too long. But Paul, he wasn't wrapped up in this. It's not fair that he should go down for it too. Let's give Paul the voice of a Gatorman. Maybe, or Gator Merman. Maybe, just maybe that could help us out? Paul and John's eyes widen in anticipation as you pop the lid off the grimy jar. A wisp of breath escapes from the glass prison and wends its way through the bars of the cage, pausing in mid-air and then darting up Paul's nostrils. The Gatorman is far too baffled by this to react. Freshly animated, Paul's leather tongue sets to wagging. Turn to him. Enough! Enough of obscene murder and asymmetric service to animalistic desire. Each of you practices a violence that is worse than base. It is vicious, it is corrupt, it is wrong. I call an end to all aggression. I call it now. At stake is the project of life itself. Paul, what are you saying? Then Paul Leather says 3 words so painfully profound they reduce not just his brother, but his Gatorman captor to contrite tears. What? It's not important. Come on, tell me. Don't worry about it. Look, everyone's moving on already. Gushing genuine crocodile tears, the Gatorman Detective unlocks the cage and brings both brothers into an embrace. Paul, the hunting, killing, all of it, I did it to bring back your voice. In finding me a tongue, you gave away your heart. No longer can I recognize our blood in the ocean of it you have spilled. I call you brother no more. Let's focus on the positives. Paul has a leather tongue. At Paul's urging, John tosses his knife into the swamp in repudiation of violence. The Gatorman is so moved, he tosses in his magnifying glass in solidarity. Grab the items before they sink, but be casual about it. Without even looking, you hook both discarded weapons on the tip of your foot and flip them up into your pocket. Valuable hunting knife. You'll 5 times your muscle and physical damage. Eventually. Huh. Magnifying glass. Detective use these to investigate tiny crimes. Watch Paul take charge. Paul eloquently negotiates a resolution to the mailman murder. John will go with the Gatorman to face trial, but the death penalty will not be levied against him. This can't be goodbye, brother. I don't wish it. Know that if I see you again, it will be for the last time. I will use the last of my life to build a ladder to heaven of my own so that I may protect the dinosaurs from men like you. Good stuff, everyone. Hello, Paul. It seems our paths are fated to cross. How are things between you and your brother? He may be blood, but I will not call him brother. Our blood is undone by all that which he has spilled in the cause of violence and vengeances. When next we meet, it will be in that azure imperium, up upon the highest rungs of our respective ladders to heaven. Do not great, then. What will you do now? I build a ladder to heaven, which as we speak grows rung by rung. When will that be done? I expect not for several weeks. Can we trade? Alright, so I can still trade with him for all this stuff. Alright. This must be where John enters the hunter dream, and where you might if you ever prove yourself a hunter. I am a hunter. Yes, you did hunt enough gators to give a man a new voice. That proves you a hunter. Will you dream now, good hunter? I will. Hunter's dream. You've wet yourself. Miss, Talia wet herself. Get the principal. I don't have a principal. I'm an adult. Talia peed herself. Oh no, this isn't a hunter's dream. This is a hunter's nightmare. Escape. One of the few times we're entering the dream realm without, having gone to a new chapter. Hunter's Mark. +2 to melee weapon attacks. Hell yeah. On awakening, something feels different. Maybe a bed sore? Fries. Alright, so... Okay, huh. I'm not quite sure I want to be using that right now. The hollow gator tooth could be nice. I don't think there's too many enemies here that actually have physical armor. Plus, being able to heal myself on the fly from attacks. Okay then. Well, with that, let's head for the Moonshiner's shack. Radio transmission cuts through this thick swamp air, a series of beeps and tones of varying length and pitch. Random noise, perhaps, or some coded message. Scry a pattern in the sounds. Why, it's Morse code, and a distress call. As you listen further, you learn that a frog has swallowed a shortwave radio and now suffers intestinal trouble. You locate the frog and relieve him in a manner best left unexplained. Let's move along. Alright, a Moonshiner's shack, eh? Ron Stump is crawling with worms, and the worms are crawling within it. Ramshackle cabin, or maybe a ram cabin shack. Step inside. Now, this we can use to distill the wet fuel. Rusty old fire-powered still. You're pretty sure these aren't meant to be operated indoors. Hey, maybe you could use this thing to fix Rasmussen's fuel. Distill it. You light the fire and run the still for long enough to fix the fuel, but not quite long enough to cause your own death from smoke inhalation. Distilled plain fuel. There's a spare car tire leaning against the wall here. Tread pattern on the tire identifies it as a Lincoln, which sounds like an impressive piece of deduction, but honestly the top hat and beard were a dead giveaway. It's full of ashes, but they're cold. Seems like nobody's been here for a while. Whoever was here must have left in a hurry. There's still a poker game in progress. Investigate. You draw cards until you beat all the hands that were left on the table, then you collect your winnings. There's a chaotic mess of animal tracks leading in all directions. Take a closer look. You identify several sets of tracks leading away from the cabin. Hey, one of them matches the tread pattern of that spare tire you found. Alright, follow the tire tracks. Follow the tire tracks until you lose track of them in the water near a partially submerged cave. Let's check this cave out. So you sure want us to leave? The swamp probably doesn't have anything more interesting to offer here than this tree with a big hole in it. Close that. This Ford truck has been fitted with Lincoln tires. That's a little ominous. A couple of shady-looking characters furtively skulking in this cave. Talk to them. Hi. Hello? Who are you guys? We're the Schlitz brothers. I'm Clem and... Shut up, Clem. She might be a phony. Oh, I ain't Clem. And I ain't Jarvis. Relax, guys. I'm not a prohibition agent. I'm just passing through. My name's Talia. Phew, well, that's a relief. Sure is. Good to meet you, Talia. What are you two doing in this weird cave? Got ourselves in a right predicament, is what we've done? What happened? Well, me and Jarvis have been brewing up homemade hooch to sell. Been stashing it in the back of this here cave. Well, we got wind that the Frohies was on our trail. So we figured we'd better cheese it. Pull the old 23 skidoo, you know? Come to find a pack of them mean lizard varmints got into the hooch and they won't give it back. We was thinking we'd just take the loss and blow, but we hit another snag. What kind of snag? I went and locked the keys in the truck. I still don't get why'd you go and do a fool thing like that for. I told ya, it ain't like I went and did it on purpose or nothing. I'll see what I can do. Yep, it's locked alright. You could probably jimmy the door open if you had a coat hanger. In fact, I do. You get the car unlocked, but your coat hanger gets ruined in the process. Shucks. These Gatormen have gotten into the Schlitz brothers' stash of hooch. They're popping the bottle caps off with their teeth, guzzling down the contents, and just generally having too much of a good time to take notice of you. They growl at you menacingly, plainly too sozzled to just jump up and attack you. On the other hand, if you get too near their booze, that could change in an instant. Challenge them to a drinking contest. Wow, you guys are putting that stuff away pretty quick. Yes, drink booze. Yeah, pretty quick. I bet I could outdrink you, though. Gatorman sneers incredulously, which is quite the sight on a face like that. Snort, human puny. Drink more? Ha! Accept challenge. The Gatormen start grabbing bottles and downing them, sometimes just biting through the necks instead of taking the caps off. In their zeal, they don't notice you pretending to chug from already empty bottles. Soon, all three of them are passed out on the floor. Looks like there's still a fair number of bottles left. Nice. Idiots. Oh, what's this? Something shiny? It's a vein of competent limestone. Get some advice. Listen carefully to the stone. It gives you good advice and the materials with which to implement it. Nice. It's Jarvis and Clem's hooch. What's left of it. Grab it. Grab a case since you're heading back anyway. Jarvis and Clem can haul the rest themselves. Alright. Jarvis nods kindly at you, but Clem is clearly fretting about their truck. Unlock the truck for you. Well, dang, that's a load off of my mind. Thanks, pal. It's driving time. It's driving this time. Or I'm driving this time. Yeah, that's fair. I dealt with the gators. You can get your hooch, at least what's left of it. You hand over the case you picked up. Well, heck, that's great news. Thanks, miss. We'll get to loading the truck in a jiffy. Well, looks like you guys are good to go. Sure does. Thanks a million, miss. You really saved our bacon. And how? We ain't got much to offer you by way of rewards, but feel free to grab a crate of hooch as thank you. Sweet. Case of whiskey. If you got a bad case of sobriety, the only cure is a good case of whiskey. Thanks. They quickly load the rest of the hooch into the back of the truck and drive away. Unfortunately, you forgot to pay attention to how they get the truck through that weird tree hole. Oh well, maybe next time. Doubt there's gonna be a next time. Alright, that's something else taken care of. Well, largemouth bass and sons. We can start that up. take a wrong turn, instead of ending up where you want to be, you end up at the Monster Shack. You know, it's a Monster Shack because the big sign that says Monster Shack. Check it out. We can actually get a good accessory from them. No skeptics. Alright. These kids are alright. Well, that's pretty heartwarming. Let's see. Ooh, another 210. You know what? Let's finally finish this off and get this. You know how to really get the bottom of a rock. Get to the bottom of a rock. Probably something I should have picked up way earlier, but I had more important things to take care of. Let's see if there's any books I can get. Advanced bullying techniques. Upgrade Noogie. Nah. Choose not to be cold. What have I got in terms of armor where I'm lacking? Besides regular armor. Cold armor? Do I have something for cold armor? I can't remember if Long Winters was... Nope, hot armor. And I know how to get the cold armor, or cold armor, but that's not going to be available for a bit. Well, I could stand to upgrade my stench armor, given that's what the Gators use. There we go. Inside, you find not the decayed and crumbling tumble-down shack strewn with ancient wreckage that you were perhaps expecting, but an actually maintained and fairly clean tumble-down shack strewn with 12 to 14-year-old kids. What the? Hey, what are you kids doing out here in the middle of the swamp? Why shouldn't we be? Because it's dangerous here? Yeah, but this is where the monsters are. That's why it's dangerous. Do you believe in monsters, lady? Yes, of course I do. It would be a real feat of cognitive dissonance otherwise. You mean you've seen them? Oh, for really real? Well, yeah. Which one? Yeah, fishmen? Oh, those don't count. Those guys are just weird jerks. We're looking for real monsters. I don't understand what real means in this context. Since you believe in monsters, you can join our monster squad. Otherwise, we can't tell you anything because it's a secret. Alright, I'll join. Great. It'll be nice to have someone who can reach the top shelf of these old books cases we scavenged. Is that it? I'm a member now? Yeah, we used to have a big ceremony where you had to repeat a vow and stuff, but it took too long, and we're all busy with our research. Come on in, have a look around. Thanks. Alright, let's close this. Workbench. Dozens of volumes of serial fantasy for young adults and older than average children. For instance, Bryce Midland Dungeon of Fire. Adventures of Jesse Howard and Howard Jackson. Yeah, Dungeon of Secrets. Alright, there's no book here for me to take. Big leather-bound tome sits on pedestal here. What's this book? List of vampire nests. It's like 400 pages long. Lots of vampires in this swamp. If you want to help, you can always go clear some of them out. And this is how you get an unlimited source of vampires and an unlimited supply, well, it's based upon your luck, of bloodshine. Alright, only got a minute and a half left, but let's keep going. This kid is studying far more intently than you ever did at his age. What are you reading? It's about Neanderthals and other early hominids. Unfortunately, I'm not finding anything useful in here. What are you looking for? The honey ape. The what now? You've never heard of it? It's a very famous monster. It's a hairy primate, or a primate-like creature that's smaller than a human, but with human-sized hands. Most of the legends call it big hands, but I'm pretty sure the big hands legends and the reports of honey ape sightings are referring to the same cryptid. That's interesting. I know it lives around here somewhere, I just haven't been able to find it yet. I'll help you look for it. Oh, that would be excellent, thank you. Here, I found some of its prints and once and made a tracing. This might help you track it down. Try to get one of its fingernails as proof. How will a fingernail be proof? Because it'll be as big as a human fingernail, obviously. Alright. Well, unfortunately with that, we are basically out of time for this episode. So, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications when I upload, and please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.